final year projects for students. So how to decide project for final year? So this is very major task, and many times student fails to select a good project. Okay, so I just want to know some audience opinion regarding this. So just please log in on menti.com, and the passcode is 113433, and just submit your response.
You can write this in the chat box, Ashutosh sir, so that it will be little easier for them to log in.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, if you can write it in the chat box, it will be easy for the participants to log in and use the password.
Okay. I think now it is visible to all. Okay, we got very few response, only 9 response till now. Okay, we have only 11 response out of 300 plus participants. So I request you all please participate, because it is very much required for project selection, for guiding the project, because many of us are doing mentoring to our students in different levels, so they can create some good projects. Okay, actually in this I have created 3 different questions, you can see there, for knowledge, for marks and course requirement, and to develop new product. So usually what happens, if you see, max of the time the center, the interest of mentor is knowledge centric, interest of mentor are development centric, but interest of student are only for marks and course requirement centric. Because courses are designed for evaluating the knowledge that is acquired by the student during last 4 semester or 8 semester in case of BTech. So they have to show their expertise or their learning in development of any projects. So we have only 35 response till now. Sir, my screen is visible to all?
Yeah, we can see the screen, sir, very clear.
Okay, so
Both screen and your view is very crystal clear. Yeah.
So you are able to see the responses that are coming from.
It will increase, sir. It will increase. Participants are there, and it will increase, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Actually, sir, means when we are going to talk about the projects, project provide more credits for any courses, whether it is in engineering or any other fields. So projects are very good to demonstrate their learning based on their courses. But in AKTU or any other university, the focus of student are only for getting marks and course requirement. They are just fulfilling the bare minimum requirements.
I think equal weightage should be given to that, and because in our era of this, you can say, it, not only era. I believe it depends totally on the platform on which the particular education has been given from day one to the students. If we incline them towards the you can say project work, research work, then definitely every student is equally capable of doing these things.
Yes,
So it
sir.
all depends. It all depends on the, you can say, how do we build them.
Yes, sir. If I discuss with some data that is based on Smart India Hackathon and other competitions, you can see many IITs and different reputed universities and colleges are not participating and not able to crack the basic selection criteria as well. So if you see our students are performing very good in these competitions, but the problem is they are not very much. Only few of them are very serious about the projects, and remaining 80% students are just doing their projects for their marks and course requirement. So what we can do, we can just inculcate some basic technology aspects or some project requirement that must be shared uh, with the student during their year one or in third semester only, so that they can be able to design or implement some good concepts. Because nowadays, if you see about the technology is can be accessed by anyone. There are a lot of channels available. Student can learn anything new that is not in their syllabus also, and they can made some good projects. So we have only got response from 63 persons. 63 have participated in this. So if you see, the major chunk is for 40 people are saying that we have to develop means project for new product. Instead of if you compare knowledge and for marks and course requirement, yes, maybe our very less participant in that is they representing the students. So that's why we are getting this response and knowledge and develop new products. Okay. So so we can draw some conclusion based on these results. There's mentor or the supervisor is looking for project for enhancing the student knowledge and capabilities towards the area where they can build their projects. Yes, for developing new product, a mentor must help their students for creating projects that can be developed for some new products. So I'm going to close this taking response. Oh, we can move further. Okay. So okay. So let's begin with project selection. So initially you have to find out your area of project, and after finding area of interest, title is required. So what happens? Usually we can suggest our student for finding projects where student can opt projects of mentor interest or their own interest. So before deciding the title of project, you have to explore and find out already running projects near you. So there are different kind of projects in different sectors. So already going on, for example, agriculture, aviation, education, transport, and smart home and automation. Now smart city. There are different kind of projects nowadays running. Okay. So we have to So my next question is, what different technology available for project development? So please use same. You will be receiving this. You can go menti.com and just respond for these. Okay, so we are having Java, Python, PHP. Very good. Okay, WordPress, Android, JavaScript, IoT sensors, Spark, IoT, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, software like R, yes, DBMS, WSN, MOS, cloud computing, Android, microcontrollers. So please just log into menti.com and code is 11 113433 and just submit your response. You'll find it is very good, and knowing the latest technology for project it is very much required for mentor also, because we have to guide our student and we have to suggest them, propose them some good projects. So based on our knowledge we can suggest them. So there are different technology available like blockchain, hypervisor. In big data there is Hadoop, Kafka. Cryptocurrency kind of technology can be used. Some other projects that are based on okay. So sir, I think my screen is visible to all, that is showing this different technology used for project development.
Yes,
Hanuman
sir.
sir?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay,
Your screen is seen.
okay. So sir, if you see the different responses received from our participant, we can analyze that the major technology that can be used in project are Python, Java, Android, PHP. We are having artificial intelligence, machine learning, different IoT sensor based projects. Many few participants are like to contribute their knowledge towards project. Please participate. It is very good. If you do this, you will find it is very useful for all of us. So if you see, there are different terms, that is protocol. Yes, it is very difficult for engineering students or not very much aware about this, and they are having very less time and they have to complete their project too. So we cannot ask them to use such project that is involved much time and high risk. So if you see, after so many responses, we are getting the four as a major technology, that is Android, Python, Java, and PHP. We are having blockchain, IoT sensors, IoT edge computing, Oracle, PHP, IoT blockchain, Hadoop, AI VR, Spark, GIS software, R programming, MATLAB, cloud computing, microprocessor, AI/ML, and simulations. Okay. Okay. So this that's all about the basic knowledge. Means basic technology towards knowing about the technology, how we can find the real world project and found do some guide our students for the same. Okay, so any project can be divided into two different broad areas. One is research oriented project and another is application oriented project. So in research oriented project, you can implement new ideas or you can compare existing algorithm and propose some new concept based on earlier developed algorithm or model. So usually the first part that cannot be suggest for our students, we can suggest the second one where they have to compare some available results and they can use any tool for the same. They can use MATLAB, they can use Python, they can use any other technology for the same. And for implementing of new idea, you can create a prototype and patent your idea. This can be helpful for higher studies. If our student want to do some courses that is that for their higher studies, they can go for some research oriented projects. The second, that is application oriented project, can be divided into two areas. The first area, that is hardware based, and the software based. As sir said, that many persons who are dealing with network and other technology, they are uh, moving towards IoT and some other uh, technology that are nowadays using for project development. So software based project and hardware. For hardware based project, some are required: sensors, actuators, motors, some IoT based components. So you can use this and you can make many projects like accident tracking devices. You can use many IoT based devices, and there are different technology available and you can use different technology for other hardware requirements. Okay, so in software based projects, we require two things: one is front end and another is back end. So usually what happens, uh, they student opt for good front end, but they are not looking for some back end tools, because in back end tools nowadays very good available tools are available for developing good projects. So some technology they can use like big data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain. If you see, I have taken so many responses. We are getting only Java, Python, Android as our major technology that are used for our project development. But nowadays we can create some project based on these technologies too. So including above, many other available technologies can be used for project selection and implementations. So for database, one can use open source database. Yes, it is good for testing purpose, but for commercial purpose, and if our project is very large, so it is very difficult to manage our database with open source technology. We require some licensing too. So we are having licensed database technology and NoSQL database. Nowadays with the big data and other technology, they are using NoSQL kind of database. So there are some suggestions for project that is based on big data. So a student can opt for analyze crime rates, text mining projects, big data for cyber security, health status predictions, recruitment for big data job profiles, credit scoring. So if we see all these projects, so we have to know we have to know about the basic concepts of big data technology, Hadoop, Kafka, Jupyter. There are lot of courses available, and we can start with very basic courses, and we can implement ourselves these projects. If we start doing some these projects, we can easily find out that they are very easy, and a student can implement any project, or they can do similar projects based on these technologies. Now blockchain, nowadays this is very big buzzword in our community. Everybody is talking about the blockchain. So if we ask about the blockchain, the people just think about the cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. But no, we can use many other projects based on blockchain. We can ask our student to prepare for record keeping of medical patient data. For example, I'm taking a very simple example, and I have asked one of my students, he's working on it. Suppose you want to store your medical records. So what happened most of the time, suppose you are suffering from any disease that is not very much common, and you do not want to share this information to anyone, and for this you required your record must be safe, and you have to keep your record in blockchain only. So you can do this. What happens, suppose you want to share your detail with your doctor, you can do this. Just share your detail with your doctor. For time being, he or she can see your records, and you can just make available your records for a time being. So no one can see your records, and your record are very secure in this platform. So you can ask your student for such kind of blockchain projects where they can implement this, because this technology uses very good means you can create some contract. Based on contract, you can share your data, you can secure your data. Means nowadays, if you talk about the medical data or your personal medical record history, it is very much required, because in India there is no any good app that you can store all your data of medical care data or medical record data, where you can put all the data and you can fetch all the data at the time of need. Means what prescriptions earlier you have used, what different kind of medicines you have used, and you can share with your medical practitioner that for this disease I have used this prescription, and I have taken this prescription from this and this time, and I have taken these tests, and all are the records or reports of my test that is already available with my blockchain, or with using blockchain you can do this. So peer-to-peer ride sharing, blockchain-based voting system, decentralized web hosting system. There are n number of projects or n number of things you can plan with your students, and you can throw these projects with your students, and they can do some very good projects. Okay, so nowadays, if you see IoT-based project, so in IoT-based project, there are touch-based home automation system. There are different library available. You can use these libraries like Blink library. So you can operate all these devices with your Android phone only. Facial recognition door with Raspberry Pi, IoT-based air pollution monitoring system. So you required for all these IoT-based projects, you required sensors. So there are two different kind of sensors available. One is analog type, another is digital type. If it is digital type, you do not have to do anything. Digital response is coming, and you have to just manipulate these response. But for analog kind of thing, you have to work, you have to tune these your data, and you have to use your analog data to digital data, and based on digital data you have to put some basic rules, and you can perform any operations based on your receiving response. Smart parking system. For smart parking system, you can use geolocation warning kind of things, where you can ask your student that they can ask for nearest available parking. They can use some other uh, parking kind of project, where they can use for minimum distance, maximum distance, total available parking slots available, and they can use for ad hoc parking as well as their infrastructure based parking. So in infrastructure based parking, where we can implant some sensors, like where you can implant some sensors, and based on that sensors you can create an infrastructure for your parking slots. But for ad hoc parking, you can do this. You can create different blocks, and for each of those blocks you can put some sensors, and based on that sensors you can count the number of vehicles that are going inside the block and coming back to the slots, and you can maintain the number of slots. So you can took the responses from very small sensors, and you can do this for any mela parking kind of thing, where you can use this parking system for ad hoc basis. So there are other good projects, IoT based projects. So these are health monitoring system. There are smart watering irrigation system. Nowadays, means if we see in agriculture sector, there are lot of scope of IoT kind of thing. So you can save the water, because in many places where water is not very much available, for example, some if you there are some requirement of water, and there are less water available, so you can use this smart irrigation system, where we can put some sprinkler kind of thing, and based on their humidity and their soil conditions, we can put on irrigations, and we can put only very minimal kind of water irrigation for the crops. Traffic management system. There are some IoT based traffic management system already installed, and a student can opt for this project. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Hello. Ashutosh, sir. We have lost his link, I think. I think we have lost his link. Dear participants, be patient for a while. I think we have lost his link, and then we will be back within a few seconds. Okay. Nine. Hello. Ashutosh sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Right now you are right. Fine. Okay, fine.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So, my suggestion and my for project, the engagement of mentor is highly required for completion of project, because sometimes student is not aware about their projects and they are not able to handle how to create projects, how to search project, and how to finalize the project. Because at the time of selection they are just at the time of selection they are just searching for project, and they search lot of project, and out of them they finalize one project. And it is responsibility of mentor that they guide and they suggest them about the project selection and project implementations. Because you are knowing everything and students are not aware about the technologies available and the difficulties that can be faced by them. So a project mentor can guide them in better way, like how to complete their projects and how to showcase their projects too. There are different design and modeling tools are required for documentation, er diagram, class diagram. There are other so many tools are available for designing of your project. So for timeline you can use Gantt chart, PERT chart, and other control tools for deadlines. So you can use different testing tools available, Jira and other development tools, also integrating the different testing tools that can be used for testing kind of things. And it is our prime responsibility that we must adhere the synopsis that is prepared by student, and they what they have promised they have to do, and they must complete their projects. Okay, some participants raise their hands. Hanmanta sir, please
We will
ask
take,
them.
yeah, we will take the questions at the end, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, sir, I think there is some problem in my network too, and it is going to connect and disconnect. So please, means I'm just stopping my PPTs here now,
Okay.
so I can take some questions from audience.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So with your permission, can I put forward some of the questions, sir?
Yes, sir. Please, please.
Yeah. One of the question is that uh, the projects the students that they do in the BTech final year,
Yes, sir.
how important is that for GATE and PSU interviews?
So if we talk about the project, so project must be asked in any interview, because they have to showcase their knowledge. So based on their project, they can defend their interview, because they have to discuss their project only, because they have only done with their projects for demonstration part, what they are knowing, what kind of project they are built in their final projects. So it is basically showcase for their learning in past, means in their BTech course.
So academic project plays a major role in any kind of interviews, I believe. That is what you would like
Yes,
to
sir.
say.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the second question is that uh, when a project is given to a student from a mentor, they just say the project objectives and then the project problem statements, and from there the student will carry on and then he will implement. But actually when you look into the projects, the students, they are not being open to some of the values that has to be inculcated in their projects.
Sir, I have explained the same. Means my motive is this, when I talk about the project selection and project implementation. So my motive was when you are floating your project with your student. So first of all, we have to look their interest too, whether they are interesting for develop. Suppose if I ask, means if I suggest my student for developing a research oriented project, and they are very good in application development and they are developing some good applications, so I have not asked them to continue my project that is based on research. So first of all, we have to see the interest of our student, and based on their student, because we are having n number of students, means every faculty has 2 or 3 projects that can be guided. So we can choose only, means we can throw our project or we can suggest our project only those students who are looking for higher studies, as I suggested. So we can ask them to complete research oriented project with them, because what happens when our student is not very much serious about the higher studies or in research, they are not very much sincere about means towards research, they are not able to complete the project too. So we have to see their interest first. So based on their interest, we can ask the student for completing or for opting project or title based on our interest, mentor interest.
Yeah, the mentor has to keep his mind open for the way that he has to go looking forward in actually the project what he wants, and the student has to do exactly so what the mentor has to say. uh,
Yes,
Sir,
yes, sir.
one thing.
Because many time what happens, student has no capabilities to doing projects based on research. They are not very much means strong in research area. They are developing good project for application kind of projects. So we have to identify the student who can basically contribute in research oriented projects. If you want to suggest our titles to them.
Yeah, yeah. And sir, even when we look into the projects like government projects like indianrail.gov.com, or we can say any other projects, uh, the live projects. So in
Yes,
most
sir.
of the projects, they miss the important thing, that is what actually the people look for. Like say, for
Yes.
example, whether a sick man is traveling or whether a very old age person wants to go to and fro. So there is no kind of options for these, that is the values that we are talking about in these. So what I feel like the mentor during their projects, if they put these kind of values that are very important for the humankind, then I think we can take those projects to a product level and it can be implemented at the larger scale. What is your
Sir,
point of
sir, I am strongly agree with you. As you said, as you suggested, means any project that is very simple can be added these things in their projects. Suppose a student just create a simple project for helping or just creating some application for disabled or their challenged people. So you can add some values on that, because suppose a student just created a application that can be opened by someone else and they can send and receive email also. So many times you if you see a student are preparing such kind of applications or projects. Now as a mentor, what you can do, you can just ask them, just they have to add some hardware kind of thing with their laptops. So verification, like they can use fingerprint or other kind of security kind of thing in their project. Means their project that they are building for any challenge, means disabled or people that who are challenged, and they are creating the project that is very good, but they are missing something, like they have just not started the initiation point, means how to start your machine. So you have to add these things in their projects, because they are not aware like how to use these technology and integrate your project with this technology.
Yes, right, sir. So, according to you, the mentor should be very clear about the expected deliverables. That is
Yes,
what
sir.
I felt. So, if
Yes.
a mentor is very clear in his deliverables, and then if the same thing is been forwarded to a particular student who is doing a project, and then the student gets an idea about exactly what is the outcome of the particular project, I think then the project becomes a fruitful.
Yes, sir. Any project can be converted from bad to very good projects based on some inputs that is required by mentor only, and that can be added advantage for that. They can add some value-added things in any project. So mentor involvement is very much required.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Uh, this is an
Thank you, sir.
interesting, this was an interesting subject because even the AICT has come up with in their model curriculum that the project should be given more importance, as important as theory. And they
Yes, sir.
have fully changed their curriculum right now for the BTECs and other branches. uh, when you have put some important informative session on this particular topic, we felt very much excited, and even the participants, they have posted that they were very much looking forward for such kind of presentation as they were looking at, because the projects is one thing where the students lack in their perspective during interviews or during even odd sessions. So they will say theoretically, but when it comes to the practical, they were way behind.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so with this,
Many times, sir,
yeah,
many times we see as a mentor, our responsibility is much bigger than the student who are carrying the projects, because they are just implementing their ideas, but we can add some added advancements, added values in their projects with our experience.
yes, sir. So it is the job of the mentor who has to keep on upgrade himself to the new technologies, and then he has to work around with open source technologies, and then he has to do himself a lot of hard work at the behind. And
Yes, sir.
not only that, right now we have artificial intelligence, IoT, and then big data, and there are so many projects that are coming up with these projects, and even government is also helping us in software and then hardware hackathon. And you as a speaker for this particular day, you have put all the points which are very important, and making this particular project based learning much more important, as important as theory. Thank you very much, sir. With these,
Thank you, sir.
I can say. So now I welcome our conveyor HOD, sir. Please.
Yeah, it was lovely talk from Ashutosh sir. We really appreciate from the, you can say, both the concern of student as well as the teaching fraternity, which really looks into it, ki how to make a student, you can say, rely that what they are doing at the end of the day, when the job is required at the end of the day, this is what is going to help them out. So we need to
Yes,
build them from day one. It's not that they are in first semester or they are in second semester. It is the point of concern of the individual department that they have taken, you can say, admission into which branch, and that branch faculty should be, you can say, shared with the student. The students' data should be shared with them, so that we can start building our, you can say, database, so that when they come into the respective branch, we can really talk to them and mentor them and involve them in the various projects that are already running with the seniors, include them as their mentors, to make them, you can say, comfortable ki what is actually the meaning of the project, how the, you can say, first of all, how the text is written, what is the meaning of like project, how it can be helpful, what is the concern about, you can say, writing skills should be required. It's not only the language, it's not only the platform. First of all, it should be how the, what is the meaning of project. That is most important. It's not only that directly we should jump into that. आज की डेट में जैसे the concern of the students has kept into the mind that we need to work only on Java, we need to work on Python, we need to work on PHP, we need to work on particular language, which is really outdated now. So if we make them comfortable that you have to think out of the box of every language, and if you only feel to learn the OOPS concept, then I think that they can fit into any of the entire globe in whatsoever language they want to have. So it's because as I have seen along with my, you can say, alumni and the people they have been interacting, and they have been working in the research areas also, that their, you can say, managers or their industry people or whatsoever the organization is concerned into only into research area. If we work out for A+ grades, or you can say Microsoft areas, or Oracle, or you can say the areas, organizations which are really working into the research level, so they have clearly shown an interest for the, you can say, employees, that if you can work as a research person for us, then your job is on, otherwise thank you the same day. This is what they feel. They say, sir, कि हम छुट्टियों पे तो आए हैं, चाहे whether it's a Dashera, Diwali, or whatsoever. But if we don't go back with a new idea into the market, then we don't know whether we are secured in Microsoft or not. This is what they come into mind, that so that mental pressure is always there in the industry. So if the students start building their platform in a way that we have to be you can say, research oriented, we have to think out of the box of like what normal thinking is, then only the survival rate is very high, or even the survival rate exists into the IT industry. So with the simple things like working out with the simple codes and all, then I don't think so that in coming days the survival exists, because that's why the hiring is, we can't say that there is no hiring in the market. There is a huge requirement, and the requirement only relies on what is your learning as a researcher, not only as a Java developer or a particular language developer. They don't look into it because the jobs are not fixed as per your need. They need a person who can think out of the box and can be trustworthy to their organization. That's it. So we need to mentor the students who can really, you can make themselves comfortable in every environment. They can be interactive with their clients. They can be interactive at their organization level. So that's what your presentation has proved today. And we are really happy to have you here today as a resource person, which really has enlightened the fraternity which are there with us. More than 90% of the participants are from the education background, and they are faculties on some or the other way. So that's going to be help them out to feel, at least to some extent, that instead of asking the students or sitting on their heads that you have not done this, you're not capable of this, we have to work more than them in order to make them comfortable for that environment, to reach to the level tomorrow when they come into the market, when they will join any organization, they will touch your feet from the heart, not physically. They will really reply you. They will really remember you all throughout their life, that they have made us. It's not only that you have given the marks or you have given them good assignments or whatsoever. It's the output for the student. It's not like that, because only 10% students as of now we have seen from more than 2 decades. We are there in the organization, in the education field, that students are only 10% who can build themselves, but 90% we have to build them. 90% we have to build them. So thank you, Ashutosh ji. I really thank you
Thank you,
from
sir.
the bottom of my heart, from the entire management of JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida. And I also thank a good friend of yours, Dr. Shivani Dubey, who has enlightened us in providing you as a speaker today for this beautiful lecture. Thank you so much. Have a great day, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Same to you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day, sir. Over to you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we started our session from the morning at 10 o'clock, and then we are winding up the morning session. And for the afternoon session, we will be starting sharp 1 o'clock. I expect and I request all the participants to be there 10 minutes before the start of the afternoon session, which we are going to start by Dr. Dinesh Pant, a speaker of the afternoon session, and thereby followed with validity session. So thank you very much, all the participants and the dignitaries, as well as our colleagues. Thank you very much. And then we will join at exactly at 12:50 noon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rahul, sir. Ashutosh sir, I just, if you are there, if you can hear me, I have dropped a mail to all my expertised resource persons who are there in this 5 days FDP. We will be having sir valedictory function after we finish the third session. That is with Dr. Dinesh Panthi sir, who is from Nepal, from Sanskrit Nepal University. He is going to throw a light on us on some of his expertise areas from mathematics, which is a backbone of computer science. If you can join us after around 2 to 15 p.m., we'll be having a small, you can say, valedictory function from our, you can say, dignitaries who are going to join us for the day. If you have a spare of time, then you can please join us at 2:15 p.m., sir. Thank you, sir. I have dropped him the mail. I believe, I think he is network, due to network issue, is not available with us.
Yeah, he said in his.
Yeah, network issue is there. No problem, no problem. Rao sir, we'll be back at, as you have already mentioned in your talk, we'll be back at the same time. So till then, participants, please have a break, have lunch and come back so that we can have the live session with our international expertise resource person, Dr. Dinesh Panthi from Sanskrit Mathematical. He's a secretary in Mathematical Society in Nepal. So I believe his talk will be a little relevant to the computer system, which is the backbone, mathematics, which is the backbone of, you can say, computer science. Thank you so much. Let's wait for some time and come back for the last session of the International Faculty Development Program. Thank you.
Thank you.